All right, today we are looking at a backup that has failed due to a VSS issue. In the logs that we're looking at, it is for a SQL job, but it really could be for any of them. And it is important to note that this hex code that we're looking at could be for a couple other things. So it's important to take a look at the VSS error unknown message that we have with it also. Now, in recreating this error in my lab, you might also get this hex code down here, and they both have the same cause for the issue. It just depends on which operating system version you're using and potentially what agent version you're using. This is using agent 9.4 and portal 9.4. And just make sure we're both on the same page here. We're looking in the portal interface. I've got the computers page pulled up with this particular server. And on the failed job, the select action dropdown, clicking on the history logs. From here, I'm selecting the latest backup in the calendar here by clicking on that text. And I can see this particular error message that I've been able to reproduce here in the lab. Now, because this could be independent of a SQL job or other type of job, we need to look at the server itself for its VSS. And some of the troubleshooting steps that we can do for that is with the VSS admin command. We're going to list our writers just to make sure that the writers that come with the server are in a good state. And we're just checking to see if everything is stable. That command will give you all of the information, but if we pipe this, we can just look for the state and see that everything is in a stable condition. Next, we're going to take a look at the VSS admin list providers. And here we've got the file share provider and the shadow copy provider. So there's no third-party writers that could be causing any issues here. A few agent versions ago, it was switched to force the Microsoft writer. But if for some reason it is using that third-party writer, you could get that condition where the VSS error shows up just because a particular writer is not playing nice with the software. Now, the next thing that we're going to look at is the VSS admin list shadows. And currently there are no shadows. Since we've confirmed that there's no errors with the VSS admin commands, let's take a look at the event viewer logs. And right here in the system log, we do have an error in regards to vol_snap. And it tells us exactly what the issue is here with insufficient disk space on V. Well, it sure sounds like we need to see the configuration for VSS if there's not enough space on the V drive. So I'm going to open up my Explorer window, go to this PC, and on the C drive, let's go to Properties and the Shadow Copies tab. From here, with that C drive selected, I'm going to go to the Settings. And right now, I've got my shadow storage going to the V drive with no limit. So theoretically, no problem. Maybe that V drive is a faster location. But the real problem comes in, if I jump back to this window here, my V drive is only 55 megs. And I did that on purpose because I wanted to recreate the issue of the VSS not having enough space to be able to create the shadow copy. But that is the root of the issue here, is that VSS simply ran out of room. So to fix this issue, we can either select a different drive, which I'm going to put this one back to the C drive, or you could take your V drive or wherever the location that may be and increase the available storage for VSS to create the snapshot. So I'll click OK on this window and then OK on the properties. Now I'm going to jump back to Portal, selecting my server again here. And on the right side, under the Select Action dropdown, I will select Run Job and kick this off. Now that the backup is completed, let's refresh the portal interface by clicking on Computers or refresh on the browser. And we can now see that our YT portal server has an OK status, as well as the job with a check mark showing completed and all is good. If you have any questions about this process or any of the configuration options in there, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and we'll catch you in another video. See ya.